Hi, and welcome to this edition of Tech Clarity TV. My name's Jim Brown, president of Tech Clarity, where we make the business value of technology clear. Today, I'm going to remotely join Brenda Discher, senior vice president at Siemens, and we're going to discuss digital transformation and the progress to the cloud that Siemens is making, but also that Siemens is helping with their customers. How's that been going? Let's get some clarity. So hi, Brenda. It's great to see you again. I wish I could say be with you again. Unfortunately, we're having to have a follow up to our last interview. We have to do it remotely, but certainly enjoy seeing your face either way, and really appreciate you spending the time to catch me up a little bit on what's happening with digitalization at Siemens and the cloud.
Great to be here. I too am wishing we were in person. I'm really struggling with this being at home, Jim, as you can imagine, as an extrovert. But it's great to see you.
Yeah. When we talked last time, you were actually relatively new into your role at Siemens, and I personally was excited both for you about the role, but also for Siemens because I was excited about what impact you would bring. And so it's been a little time. Why don't you maybe give us a little bit of an update on what you've seen over the last couple of years?
Yeah, I can't believe it's already been 2 years, a little over 2 years. It's gone by so fast, and we're crazy busy. I've enjoyed every minute of it. So I would say, kind of the couple of things I focused on in my first couple of years here. So the first one, I spent a lot of time out with customers, talking to customers and our partners to really, kind of get an appreciation for both the depth and the breadth of the Siemens portfolio. It really some incredibly deep technology. And that led me to kind of my first initiative or my first project, which was how do we take the collectiveness of all that technology and do a better job of creating a position for ourselves in the market, and that led us to kind of craft this new idea around the accelerator portfolio. An accelerator is a combination of our solutions, our services, and our now app development platform. And really, I believe this, leveraging accelerator, our global customers really can embrace digitalization and kind of manage the complexity of any business and truly deal with the challenges of tomorrow in pretty unique ways, whether that's in accurately authoring more information in the digital twin, kind of using open adaptable technologies like Mendex, or working within an ecosystem. It's really a unique set of tools and technology that lets our customers truly become tomorrow's enterprises today. So that was kind of one big area. The second and kind of third thing I've been working on go hand in hand, which is all about the shift to digital. So I started on a mission over a year ago of kind of shifting the marketing organization to more digital methods of engaging customers. And now that has been a really good investment given what we've dealt with recently. So shifting our platform, our automation, our nurture, our digital events, shifting all of that. And then kind of the third thing I've been focused on is really about helping our customers understand the payoff of becoming digital enterprises. So really working on what's that message and that rationale for kind of embracing digitalization to our customer base. So kind of a combination of those things has really kept me very busy.
Yeah, I'm sure. One of the things when we talked last time that really struck me, Brenda, was you talked about the transformation of work and the digitalization and the cloud. We're really going to help companies do things fundamentally differently. And obviously, we're all doing things pretty fundamentally differently right now. But it's also you mentioned Mendix and MindSphere are starting to become more prevalent with the existing portfolio. And from a digital perspective, how do you see all of that working to help your customers with those transformations?
Yeah, so it's interesting. If I look at the portfolio of technology, it becomes real for me when I think about what our customers have done to embrace kind of a digital mindset and to embrace digitalization to really change the way they work. And so the best way to share it is to talk about a couple of examples. So let me start with a really cool example called VinFast. VinFast is a startup automotive manufacturer in Vietnam who literally have set up a completely new automotive factory and automotive design process from the beginning of inception all the way through to manufacturing in 21 months. And that's pretty unheard of in the automotive market. So they're really driving a game changer. And it was through the use of kind of a complete digital use of tools and digitalizing and rethinking their process. And what's interesting about the VinFast story isn't that success, which is pretty incredible for them. But they kind of rose above being an automotive startup. And in the last couple of months, as a result of the pandemic, said, we'd like to, kind of raise our hand and do something different for kind of the situation out in the world. And they chose to actually say, we're going to retrofit our operations to no longer produce automobiles, but to produce ventilators. And so they licensed a ventilator design from another one of our customers, Medtronic, and produced a digital twin of that ventilator and retrofitted, because of the digital investments they've made, their entire design to manufacturing process. And they achieved that in just a couple of months, the ability to now produce 55,000 ventilators a month for kind of the current crisis. So it's just incredible to watch the way they worked and the way they changed their kind of investment to build autos, but then to use that incredible investment to retrofit and be agile to address the current need. So pretty cool story. Second customer I would like to share a little bit about is, you spoke about MindSphere and Mendex. And we are actually seeing some really interesting things happen as a result of kind of the investment in the cloud. And so the second customer I want to talk about is actually the city of Antonio, Texas. And they used Mendex, our rapid application development platform, to really build and deploy an app to speed emergency housing assistance to citizens who've been affected by coronavirus. And they leveraged rapid application development, citizen developers, to address the huge amount of applications that they were dealing with for rental, for mortgage, for utilities, and for relocation assistance. And they've actually, as a result of that, delivered more than $25 million in emergency funding to residents via the application. All of this was done remotely because none of us have been out and about, right? So they built an app, they used mobile, they used cloud, and they use citizen developers, which really I think is a great example of somebody fundamentally changing the way they worked. So two cool of examples I think I can share at this point.
Yeah, no, thank you. And I mean, certainly with rapid application development, there's no lack of gaps that are starting to come up in terms of places within the industrial workflow where, whether it's a digital twin, whether it's a digital thread, that there's a good place to fill in. And we've seen beyond that, a lot of transition in your own solutions moving to the cloud. Most recently, with the announcement of Teamcenter X, was one of the ones that caught my attention for sure. I'm curious, as you look at transitioning Siemens as a business and Siemens products to the cloud, what's your mindset behind that? What's the strategy?
So our cloud strategy was really developed kind of at the forefront for our customers. So they kind of have the choice of how and when they want to move to the cloud. We hear a lot that transitioning to the cloud is very personal for some of our customers, especially their IP and their data. And some of them want to move really quickly. Others want to stay on premise. And quite a few actually want to work in this hybrid environment where certain processes or certain types of things are really great for the cloud, while other things they want to keep more kind of core to the premise. And I really believe we've developed the most open, adaptable, and extensible cloud strategy for our customers by really taking the best of our industrial capabilities, whether that's PLM or IoT or MES, and marrying it with the best of the Mendex cloud architecture. And that has turned into cloud value and architecture, which powers a really vibrant developer community with industry-leading, kind of rapid application, low code that even our own developers use. And so it allows us to build, to integrate, and to extend our own applications. And that actually is fundamentally what we leverage to build Teamcenter X that you mentioned. So we've been able to take rapid application development capabilities, build services to improve the performance of certain capabilities in Team Center, and serve that up now as a cloud deployed Team Center. So very modern, extensible cloud architecture. And at the end of the day, if you think about it and you think about where we are, if you think about kind of our MindSphere application, Team Center X and PLM, and even some of our new MES offerings, we've just crossed a really important milestone by leveraging this core asset called Mendix. Mendix just crossed 100 million ARR, annualized recurring revenue. Huge milestone for any startup to have achieved, and it's really kind of a testament to leveraging that asset in a way that we can, modernize our entire portfolio and give our customers the choice so that they really can deploy cloud when and where they need to, so they can address tomorrow's challenges today, however they choose. So kind of been a pretty cool way to leverage that asset.
Yeah, for sure. Brenda, it's great to hear your voice. Hopefully next time we'll be doing our catch up, in person, and be able to, maybe have a cocktail afterward or something. So, but
that
for
sounds
now,
awesome.
I will thank you virtually for joining me today. It's always a pleasure and always great insight. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Jim. See you soon.